What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Moose Milk Podcast. This is episode 94, featuring my dog Finnegan. I hope everybody had a great holiday. Those who celebrate the holidays around this time of year. And this is going to be a really relaxed, chilled episode as we wait for At Customs by Matthew. We didn't have a lot of time, obviously, with the holiday and work and everything like that, so we didn't watch a whole lot. There's not a whole lot going on during the break, so just talk about what we did and what we watched during the last week. Probably a shorter episode, but an episode nonetheless. Here's Matthew. There's Matthew.
I gotta tell you, I don't know how good my connection is, but hopefully it's not worse than it is normally when I'm here. Hang on, I'm gonna find something to prop this up a little bit more.
We still podcast. It's always professional.
Hey, we stream professional. Let's be honest.
Do. It's on our badge and tattooed on my face. You just can't see it.
Yep. It's on my sexy police uniform that I wear when I do anything related to Moose Media.
How was your Christmas?
It was fucking way busier than I would have liked it to be, if I'm being honest. But it's good. It was okay. I shouldn't say it was okay. It was good. I mean, we had shitty stuff happen, but so we have this thing. So for anybody who doesn't know, my mom's in a different province, so I don't see my mom usually for Christmas. And I've been at my in-laws since Thursday. We've been having ridiculous snow here in BC, which pretty much crippled the whole city the week leading into Christmas. And it's good now, which is good. But yeah, so every year at Christmas when we spend it with them, someone gets sick or something bad always happens. So one year we had to bring Kate's dad to the hospital on Christmas morning at 2 a.m. And one time we had to bring the vet in to get the dog to the vet to get its stomach pumped. One time Karen, Kate's mom, had to go twice actually. One time Kate. Yeah. So anyways, it's always something. So this year decided it wasn't going to be a person. It was going to be the house. So we went to Kate's grandma's house, which is just down the street from where they live. And while we were gone, we decided we were going to go to the next person to visit's house. So right before we left, Nikki was like, I'm just going to run back to the house and drop off the cupcakes or whatever. Goes in, and the pipe that goes into the toilet burst, and water from upstairs leaking all the way through the floor. They're gonna have to replace all the drywall in the laundry room. Thank God that he went back in to bring those cups. We would have. Now, have you considered that it was the wet bandits and it wasn't the actual pipes fault? We're not the wet bandits. We're the stink bandits. What up, Nike boy? Jason?
Yeah, no, that sucks. Dude. I know about pipes breaking because my old house was notorious for frozen pipes. So,
yes, you had that happen all the time. Yeah. So, so aside from that, usually it's very chill. We don't do anything. We just hang around and we eat a lot and we play games and whatever. But this year it was every night we were out doing something, and I was like, don't want to do that next year. Definitely want to go back to chill. I want to go to when I'm on break, I want to be on break. You know what I mean? I'm not working.
This is why, if I ever have the money, I'm just going away for Christmas, and then I just avoiding everything. I love my family and everything, and it's nice spending the day with them. But I hate running around and doing we gotta go here or we gotta go see that. And it's I don't want to do that shit anymore. Yeah. I don't do that shit anymore.
Me too. I just want to post up and stay in one place. And it sucks because the person that we were visiting is takes a pretty strong stance against weed, right? And so it's I pretty much don't get to really everyone's drinking and whatever, and I'm just oh cool, I'm glad you guys all get to do your shit, but I can't.
Yeah, I mean,
smoke.
I would just go outside and hey, I'm going to have smoke. See ya. I'll take a walk around the block.
Yeah. It's legal. Yeah, I just want to fucking chill and fucking party it down. You know what I mean? So, not
No,
party. I don't party
exactly.
by any means, but I just like
Totally.
I want to be able to just.
Man, I
enjoy
totally
myself,
get
right?
it.
So, but I mean, honestly, like it was still a really good, really fun Christmas. So we ate well, and we played lots of games, and there was lots of like inside jokes, like there always is. So yeah, it was funny.
I mean,
how was yours?
I mean, kind of the same in a way, where like my mom is super sick right now, so yeah, she kind of just she didn't want to have to cook dinner or anything, so we didn't even have like Christmas dinner or anything like that because she wasn't feeling up to it, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm not a Christmas guy. I'm not a dinner guy. I'm not like any of that shit. Like I'm super chill, so like I just hung out with my nephew for like 4 or 5 hours, and that was it. It was pretty laid back. He got some super cool like kid toys, so I was playing with all his new toys, and yeah, it was. I mean, it's nice to spend time with my parents and my sister and her boyfriend, but my other sister couldn't get down here because she lives way up north, and they got 2 feet of snow, so they couldn't get out. So yeah,
I definitely felt bad for the people who were like getting.
Yeah, she was supposed to come down for the weekend, and she was super excited, and she couldn't get out.
I had a friend who was supposed to fly on Christmas Day, and they texted him and said that his flight was canceled.
All the flights are getting canceled still. So fucking, I don't know, it sucks. I mean, the worst possible day for.
Yeah, I think it's starting to get better. I know. Well, I don't know if we talked about it last. No, I don't think we did because I wouldn't have happened by then. But like, so Canada Post here, like the snow was so bad they like canceled service. So like, it's going into Christmas week and they're not delivering.
A lot of unhappy people without their Christmas gifts.
Crazy, man. Tons of people. Yeah, tons of people. But again, it's just like our side out here. It's like they're like, oh, it doesn't snow. It's like, man, it snows every year. It has snowed every year.
That's called global warming, friend.
Like, time to do something about it. Yeah, no, they just need to do something about it. That's the problem. Is they talk like nothing ever happens, and I'm just like, man. Like, it's fucking always like that out here. It's like with air conditioning, too. They're like, we don't need air conditioning. I'm like, it's fucking 40 degrees like last summer. Man,
yeah, no, exactly. You're up in an apartment building where it's that much hotter. Yeah.
Yep. It's like, it's crazy, man. I'm just like, you people are nuts. How do you guys
I
can just look past that?
I don't know. Christmas is stupid. I wish we just abolished it. We don't need it.
Well, I do like Christmas, generally speaking. I just like it to be
just
a bit
give me the day off work and let me spend time with people I want to spend time with. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I remember as a kid, like, having to run to, like, 5 different people's houses and, like, oh, you gotta go see this side of the family and the grandparents and this side. And it's like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I just got a bunch of new toys. I want to chill.
I hated that. Me neither. Yep, me too. That's what I was saying, too.
I'm fine, man.
Here.
I don't know.
I got toys to play with.
But, yeah, I don't know. Christmas is what Christmas is. I watched a bunch of shit. That was fun. Yeah.
Did you? I'll just say this on Christmas. I'll say, like, a thing I love about Christmas is just, like, it's so nostalgic for me. So many good toys from when I was a kid. Like, I have so many memories of, like, great toys that I got for Christmas. And I just, like, it spins out, like, this entire, like, fucking, like, lifetime of, like, playing with the same toys. Like, I remember, like, one of the earliest Christmases I remember my grandma got me and my brother both. That's how spoiled we were. We both got a Ghostbusters firehouse. Like, we both got our own.
Yeah, you could just
like the
share
same
one.
age. Just make it. Yeah, it was. I remember it was like a big ticket thing. My grandma bought it for us. We both got one, and it was like, that was the best, man. It was so cool. And like, I played with that thing until I had that thing when I was like getting into Marvel stuff too. Like, I remembered it was my X Mansion when I had all my Marvel stuff, and like, yeah, it was great. What did somebody just said something here? Billy the Band said the trick is to go see family for an hour and eat as much as possible. Then you sneak out and do your thing. Yeah, that is a good call. Yeah, if it was the weather is really what stopped that possibility from happening here. It was like we were pretty.
Yeah, I mean, last week.
So
was it Wednesday into Thursday or Thursday into Friday? It started snowing here and got down to. Well,
yeah, you guys.
It wasn't snow that got bad. It was the cold, like the wind. It was like
wind, and the wind
over 100 kilometer an hour winds.
Well, you guys had like what And you had 114 car
Yeah, the
pileup
major
on
highway
the 401,
by us had
didn't you?
over 100 car pileup. Fucking, it got to
That's
negative
crazy.
35 here with wind chill.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's Celsius, folks.
No, that was
is
Fahrenheit.
like pretty fucking cold. Oh, that's Fahrenheit? Oh,
It's
okay. What is it?
negative 35
Negative
Fahrenheit.
what?
No, negative 35 Celsius. Yes, you're right.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
That's
Say,
Celsius.
that's
Yes. I thought for some
Holy
reason I thought you said Fahrenheit.
Crazy,
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And I was trying to do the math in my head, and then I'm like,
yeah.
no, it's Celsius. Yeah.
Billy the band said we're at 80 in SoCal. That sounds. I mean, even that sounds kind of
Well,
warm, but
80's
like, still,
perfect.
that's crazy.
80 to 90 degrees is
December.
like, I love it.
Yeah, you'd like that.
I hate.
It is nice. That sounds nicer than.
I just hate clothes.
Being honest, but
like, if I could just be in shorts and a t-shirt every day of my life, that's my dream. No socks, no shoes, the sandals. Oh, I hate wearing stuff. Like it's so annoying.
I just like hate feeling like where I'm wearing too much. Like I'm just like
That's
a basic like.
Fine. If I can be comfortable in a jeans and a t-shirt, I don't mind that. But then you have to put a winter coat on top of that and fucking gloves and like it's like fuck this. I hate this shit.
My wife was like, "Can you wear a nicer shirt to dinner tonight, like New Christmas Eve?" Because like we had Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve, and I'm like, I came dressed for comfort. I didn't come dressed to fucking deck myself out. Like I literally have a bag full of t-shirts. Do you want the gray one or do you want the black one? Like that's about.
I've never understood people that like getting dressed up. I don't get it.
I don't either, but I can imagine they probably have thoughts about my collection that don't match up with mine either. So, you know, the way I kind of look at it is like, I know Kate likes to dress up because like she has an interest in fashion and like it's fun and it's exciting for her to be able to like show it off, because right? So
she's a very good looking woman. Or is it because she likes dressing up? Because maybe if I was a good looking dude, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll wear like a nice shirt and blah blah blah. But I'm like, no, I'd rather wear a baggy sweatshirt to cover how fat I am. Like, you know.
Well, I mean, she has no confidence in herself at all, so I don't think she does it because she thinks she's hot shit. I think she just does it because she likes fashion.
It's like, why would I want to wear something that's like uncomfortable to wear all night? I'd rather just.
I know. Me too. It's like I watch her walk around in heels, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I would fucking just break my ankles off and walk on the little stick boat.
And like, hey, great. Everything you're wearing has no pockets. Have fun.
Yeah. Here's a tiny little purse to put all your shit into.
Don't trip and fall and die.
Go to the band said, ew, clothes, gross. That's why I moved to SoCal. And Paint Apps, SoCal Paint Apps. What up, bro? How's it going? Said we're spoiled here in Southern California.
I would love to move to SoCal. Like, if it wasn't so fucking expensive to live down there, I would go there. Like, even if they're gonna get like a fucking massive earthquake in the next 15 years.
Have you been to
it's too expensive.
California before? Yeah, it's expensive. We went to where did we go? It's where Muscle Beach is.
San Francisco? I don't know.
No, Muscle Beach, Cali. Where is it?
San Juan.
It is San Juan.
That's where all a lot of big game studios and shit.
We went there once.
Southern California. Santa Monica.
Oh, really?
Studio.
That's really cool. That's the only place we went. We went for like 3 or 4 days or something. It was pretty fun, but it was expensive. Yeah. Billy the band says it's less than New York, where I'm from, so I wasn't as shocked. Oh, that's cool,
but
man. Yeah,
like those are like 2 of the most expensive cities in the world. Like you got like Tokyo, New York, San Francisco, Vancouver. Like these are all like top 20 fucking most expensive cities in the world. Like.
Yeah, totally.
I'd never be able to afford a house in any of these cities. Like, it's ridiculous.
No. Mikey Boy J says, I'm going to Disneyland in April, first time in California as well. That's
awesome.
Pretty cool, man. Yeah, I need to go.
I want to go to that new Super Mario themed world or whatever the fuck it is in Cali. It'd be fucking awesome. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like,
that'd be really cool.
If we ever like
dope.
make money off this podcast where we can go places for the podcast, I would totally be like, yeah, let's go to like whatever, like Comic-Con and like fucking go to like Disney World and all this shit. It'd be awesome. Super Nintendo World, yeah, fuck yeah.
I'd love that.
That'd be great.
I'd love that. Even living Southtown Baynet said even living in the ghetto
like,
here in Cali is getting expensive.
There's so many podcasts I listen to, and they're all like based out of San Francisco and like fucking, you know, whatever, and like they're all like, oh yeah, it's ridiculous to live here. You basically live in a closet for like $4,000 a month, and I'm like, why do you live there then? I don't get it. Other than the weather, there's no benefit of living there.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, I love where I live. So, again, I understand the people who live in those places. They're great. They're cool places to live. And, you know, some things are, yeah, I mean, it's different, right? Because if you're not, your interests aren't really like going out and doing a lot of stuff. You're more.
Oh, yeah, I don't
like, I'm
want to leave my house.
Too, but
I just want to live
go out,
comfortably.
It's nice to have, yeah, it's nice to have like shit to do. Like even so, like when I first moved to Vancouver, I lived in Vancouver, like right in the city, Vancouver, and like I was there for 10 years or something like that, or 12 years, maybe even. And like now that I don't live right in the city, because when I bought, I had to move because like I couldn't afford to buy in the city. And like even though I'm still close, like I'm only 20 minutes away, it's like it's just nothing is like the convenience of having everything at your fingertip is like gone. Like it's just not there anymore, right? So it's like, you know, and it's like it's really noticeable if you like, you know, eat out a lot. Like, you know, we eat out a lot, right? So like food, like having so much access to so many different types of food, and so yeah, that's the kind of stuff.
I get it if you're like a very like I don't know, outdoors. Like I would love the outdoorsy stuff of Vancouver for like camping and like the woods and shit like that. I love that type of stuff, but like I don't want to go out to dinner. I like pizza. I can order in, you know, like I don't want to go out for fancy shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, totally.
It depends.
I get that aspect,
right?
but like
you know, you could visit Vancouver and it would be cool because it's a cool.
I love
thing
Vancouver.
Vancouver
is beautiful. Like every time I've been out there, it's like this city's gorgeous. I love being here, but like to spend that much just to live is insane to me.
Yeah. So just so you guys know, going rate in Vancouver right now is for like a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment right in Vancouver is like $2,500 a month, but Canadian.
Like that's starting to get here, and I'm like, okay, it's Windsor. There's nothing to do here. There is no reason anything here should cost that much money.
Yeah, I know. It's especially in Windsor. Like when I remember when I came home last to Windsor, I was like, I don't understand how this place has gotten so expensive. Like, there's nothing here. There's no jobs. There's no development. There's nothing exciting. It's just like it gets shittier every time I come. And how is it getting like outside of Vancouver pricing? Like how is it getting like,
so like the brand new apartment buildings they just built apparently are between $2,000 and $2,500 a month. And I'm like, to rent for a month. And I'm like, I don't know if they're 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, but still, regardless, I'm like, that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
We're missing comments. You're gonna have to look. My dog's sleeping on my lap.
Yeah, I was just. No, that's okay. I can. Billy the Band said it's affordable if you have good friends to split rent with, and he said no one stays home here because there's lots to do outside, so people just want a room to sleep in. Which that's like Vancouver too. I've heard people that like 3 people that'll share like a 1-bedroom place.
But see, like
that's fucked up, man.
I don't want to live
can't do that
with people at my age. But
like.
When I was 20, that would be great, or 25, when you guys are like, oh, yeah, let's go out and drink and then get back and we're just, you know, hanging out and chilling in the living room together or whatever. Like, that seems fun to me. But now at 38, I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that.
Yeah. You just want your space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I just want space. Yeah. I could never see myself living with somebody like, outside of like my wife. So. Even her, get out.
It's brutal. It's, I don't know. It's crazy. I would love to go see San Francisco and I would love to travel and go to a lot of places, but like to actually live anywhere, I'm like, I need the cheapest fucking place on earth to live. I don't care how boring it is. I don't want to go outside anyway.
Yeah.
If it's warm, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. Nike Boy Jace said, for Christmas, I got myself a 55-inch
That's
TV.
dope.
Pretty excited.
That's very nice.
Pretty cool, man. That's a big TV. Nice big TV. Speaking of TV, what did you watch this week, Brett?
So I watched Wednesday. On Monday, I think I watched the entire thing in one sitting, basically. 8 episodes, yeah.
Nice. Hey, BC.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man.
It's basically just goth Harry Potter. Like, it's a bunch of... No, it's fine. Like, Jenna Ortega is amazing in it. She's excellent in it. Yeah, she plays Wednesday. Right? The rest of the cast, the kids that go to school are, like, fine. I thought the people that, like, the cast that played her family were pretty annoying for the most part. But yeah, it's just goth Harry Potter. Like, it's a bunch of kids that go to, like, a magic high school, basically, that, like, all have different, like, powers. Like, some are werewolves, some are witches, some are, like, all this, like, different shit. And she's solving crimes at this, like, high school for magic. Basically, it's basically Harry Potter, but everybody's like, well, especially Wednesday, obviously, is like, it's just more gothic and like a little bit more adult at times, but like, it's basically just goth Harry Potter. It's fine. Yeah.
Cool. I mean, is it worth watching?
If you're into, like, if you enjoyed Harry Potter and you dig that kind of thing, like, sure. Jenna Ortega is great in it, and like, she has, like, in one episode, there's like I didn't know this. I mean, maybe some of our chat knows this, but like, I guess it's blowing up on TikTok that she has like a dance scene in, I think, episode 4 or something at like their prom or whatever the fuck it is. And it's like blowing up on TikTok. I guess that's what all the kids are doing now, is this dance from this show. But my sister told me that. But I believe I would pay to see that. I would download TikTok just to see you dancing.
Hey, look at my new shirt. Sorry.
Very nice. I like it. Yeah, man. But yeah, no, Wednesday's good. I mean, it's a quick watch. It's like, I think 45 minutes an episode, 8 episodes. It's clearly going to get a second season because it's the most popular thing that fucking Netflix has basically ever put out now. So, yeah, but Jenna Ortega's great. And I think she should probably end up being like one of the X-Men or something in the future cast because she's just excellent. She's young. And I want to see her more stuff.
Nice.
Then I watched the new season of Jack Ryan that came to Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Season 3. John Krasinski plays Jack Ryan in this. It's fine. I mean, if you like that old spy espionage action shit, it's more of that. Nothing like, it's not like anything like, whoa, this is doing something bonkers. Like, it's a show.
Yeah.
I enjoy John Krasinski, and yeah. I don't know. It's fine. If you enjoy the show, you'll enjoy season 3. If you've never seen the show and you like fucking Mission Impossible, James Bond type shit, there it is. And then I watched some Christmas movies. I watched Home Alone. I watched Christmas Vacation. And I think that's it. But yeah, it was fine. I mean, nothing too crazy. I've been playing Madden a lot because I got Madden for Christmas. So been playing Madden on PS5 and this game called Vampire Survivors on Xbox, which is like a pixelated top-down, I don't know, almost like Pac-Man, I guess, but I don't know. It's just like survive as long as possible with all these monsters coming at you, basically. And it's fun. So yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it's
interesting. Sounds
super
easy,
basic,
which I like.
Super basic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Basic, not easy.
How about you?
1987 Old says the dance was inspired from the original series. From what I understand, I've only seen the original series and the first 2.
She took influences from the original series, but like it's definitely her own thing. Like she choreographed it, I guess, herself. It's very like weird and bonkers, but it definitely reminds me of something that like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction, like her dance scene, how that was like super popular, shit like that. Like this is going to be this age's dance scene, you know? Yeah.
That. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool, man. I watched a lot this week because that's just what we do when we're around here. We just kind of sit around and watch movies and chill. So the short bits of time where we were here, we put some movies on. So I watched the Guardians holiday special again.
Yep.
Which I loved. I love those guys, man. I just love how I just love Mantis and Drax, and how oblivious they are to just everything.
Totally. That's the best part of it.
And I like that part where Drax flips the car over and she goes and gives him the candy cane, and she's like, "Well, we're even now," and then she's like, "But this doesn't look like a man, right?"
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And he's like, "Yeah, my friend." And I'm just like, oh my God, these guys are so fucking oblivious to anything.
That's I think my favorite scene of that entire special.
Yeah, it's so funny, man. It's so good. And then I watched Harold and Kumar Save Christmas, 3D Christmas, which was fucking hilarious. I watched Elf. I watched Die Hard today, which was awesome.
Did you end up watching that Murderville thing? It's good.
Oh yeah,
right.
We did watch Murderville too. Yeah, that was fucking great, man. Yeah, it was really funny. Johnny Boy.
So good. I love brief spoilers for Murderville.
For Murderville, who killed Santa.
I loved how people just kept coming in, and they were even more they didn't know what was going on at all. Halfway through the episode, and they're just like, okay.
It's like they're about to make the decision on who's the killer, and Pete Davidson just randomly shows up. He can't even keep it together. He's like,
he hasn't been a part of any of the detective shit at all. It was really funny. I like that. I forgot.
That was the best episode so far. Out of all, even from the season one, that was my favorite.
I think the longer,
I just love Bateman.
The longer 45 minutes does it justice. It helps it a lot because there's so much more room for development and shit. Yeah. I hope are they getting a season 2? Do you know?
It's really, really good.
Me too.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
great.
Not sure. I hope so, but I'm not sure. It's weird. They don't. I remember even when it came out, it didn't seem to stay on the main page for very long. So that made me feel
I don't know, but
it didn't do well.
The fact that it came back for a special makes me think oh, okay. But then maybe I don't know.
Maybe they're just gonna do specials from now on where they just do a 45 one, and instead of doing a whole season, there's one with 3 or 4 different people.
That'd be fine by me. Right? To me, this is the way SNL should go.
I still like SNL. I mean, it's in no way comparable to its glory days, but I still think there's funny stuff on it. I only see it because my in-laws watch it every week. So when we go over on Sundays, they kind of show us the good stuff.
I just think
so. I know I still do watch a lot of it, but I don't really. It's no way comparable to what it was.
No, I don't. I mean, maybe eventually it will be again, but it's had 2 or 3 prime areas of our lives where SNL was fucking awesome, and to me it just it has to change and evolve now. It's done the same thing for so long that it needs to I think it would be awesome if they did 45-minute sketches every week. And it was more the entire show is an episode of something, or you know what I mean? It had a different idea or a different plan instead of 20 mini sketches or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, but I haven't watched SNL in a while, so
yeah, that would be funny too. I mean, it would be cool. I think it'll remain the same until Lorne Michaels dies, and then whoever takes over for that, maybe they'll change it up. I think there's been I think of people like Maya Rudolph or Keenan.
Yeah, Keenan's been there for 20 fucking years.
Would be great people forever. Yeah. So it's I think of those people, and I'm it would do so well in their hands because they've been doing it. And the thing is it still operates very old school from what I'm to understand, in terms of the writing room and the process. So it would be cool to see what they could do if they flipped it on.
Give it to
did something totally different. So. Oh man, that'd be great. But I don't think Conan wants something like that. So Conan seems to love the podcast thing, which is great for me.
I think that's the easiest version to do what he does, right? It's he doesn't have to go places. People come to him or whatever, or he talks over Zoom.
No makeup. He hates the
Yeah,
makeup.
and
He hates the makeup.
he has to just sit there and make jokes and talk to funny people. Like, that's a perfect job. It's the same as I don't know if you've ever watched it, the Letterman Netflix show. My next guest.
Yeah.
Right.
The next guest needs no introduction.
I did. It was great.
Did you watch the newest one? With, yeah. It was really good.
Yeah, so did I. I forgot. But
oh, and he also started watching White Lotus.
I really want to
I can't
watch it because it's getting such rave reviews, but I haven't. So,
want me to finish it and let you know? We should finish it. We won't this coming week because Kate's going to be here and I'm going to be home. But probably the week after we'll get back on it. So we're 2 episodes in right now. So all I can tell you without spoiling anything is like I think so. The way it is like it starts with like the murder or whatever, like kind of like the thing they're trying to solve, and then it kind of works backwards through the episodes until you figure out kind of who did it, kind of thing. So we're watching season 2 because Kate's like, it doesn't matter which way you watch them because it's like a completely different cast. Yeah, so we're watching season 2 because she watched season 1 and now season 2's out. So if that's good, maybe I'll watch season 1 too. But yeah, I'm kind of on the fence.
I don't know.
I'm like
getting such grand reviews, and I've just it's missed me. Like I love it's HBO, right? Yeah.
Plaza?
The Succession is on HBO, and like Succession is like one of my favorite shows of the last 5 years, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. HBO knocks it out of the park, and then they got like the Last of Us show starting in January. So like they're just fucking knocking it out of the park with these shows right now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I also watched the Always Sunny Christmas special. I forgot to mention that too, but yeah.
Oh, nice. I don't know my way around those episodes well enough to know like where I'm going, like to navigate it. But I just did. But I watched I did watch Community, two of the 3 Community ones.
Just
I always watch
the scene where Frank is naked inside the couch and like slowly like comes out of the couch. It's like one of my favorite scenes of Always Sunny, like in the entire series.
That's great.
Yeah,
that was just on.
I caught up on the podcast, so
I think the bloopers episode or whatever. Oh man, so good. The bloopers podcast had me fucking dying laughing, especially near the end, the one where Dee's like, "Our prices are so low."
No, it's so good. That even the episode with Lin-Manuel Miranda, I loved that episode too. It was really good, and like I was never a big fan of him, but that episode, really I was like, "Oh, this guy's cool. I like him now. I can handle him."
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, just such a good podcast, such a good show. They're filming soon, I think, for season 16. So.
Yeah, he said the end of January. He said they're going to start shooting for.
Oh yeah, because Danny DeVito asked when they started filming. So yeah,
that was great. It was a great episode too. I think that was the one with the cat.
Yeah, they was showing all the best prank scenes. Yeah.
Fucking funny, man. I love Always Sunny. That show makes me fucking die laughing. Like I genuinely just sit there and just like laugh my ass off.
I laughed too much. My dog woke up.
Oh, hi, Finny. You cute little dog.
Yeah, I want to get into White Lotus, so maybe I'll do that this week. I can binge that show this week.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's fun. What else is happening? What do we have to talk about? There's been lots of stuff happening in the DC.
Yeah, we can talk about that too. We were going to watch Glass Onion for people that may have listened to the last few episodes, but we just haven't had time. So
yeah, sorry about that.
Maybe next.
Yeah.
Maybe by next week we can do that next episode, and then I don't know. We'll figure out something after that, and then we'll relaunch on YouTube after that. So yeah, the DC stuff's crazy, man. Like.
Man, there's so many people who are like pissed about it. I'm just like, I love the ones I love the best are the people who are like, why don't you just let us have Justice League 2, Wonder Woman 3, Superman 2, Justice League 3, and then you can start it over. It's like, oh my God, do we really need to be subjected to 4 more of those terrible movies? Like, fuck off. Just who cares?
The problem with that idea, right, is like, Zack Snyder was the one that was pushing all that stuff, and he's not involved anymore. So, like, do you really want Zack Snyder's version of Justice League 2 directed by somebody that's not Zack Snyder, written by somebody that's not Zack? Like, it doesn't work anymore. Like, all these pieces are so fragmented that, like, there is no universe anymore. They don't want to make another movie with fucking Ezra Miller as a Flash. Like, that's part of the reason they're probably doing this, is so that they have a reason publicly to get rid of him.
I just love that he's doing it, and I love watching everyone cry about it.
Well, the problem with it, honestly, is does, you know, Warner Brothers and DC, whoever's the executives there, have enough, like, testicular fortitude to stand by and be like, yeah, like, we're going to keep this going even though all the fans are fucking miserable and hating us right now and shitting on us. Like, we're going to let James Gunn do his thing? Or are they going to get nervous and pull away and go, I don't know if we should do this? And, like, that's the worry.
The thing is that once something comes out from James Gunn, everyone will be fine with it.
I mean, the thing is you're seeing a lot in video games right now is something comes out where people don't like it and they go on Steam or they go on whatever and they just downvote it and make it, you know, make terrible comments and give it 1-star reviews and all this stuff just because they're mad about whatever thing is involved with that. And I have a feeling that no matter how good James Gunn's next movie is, whatever launches the new DCU, there's going to be a group of people that are like, fuck you, fuck DC, I don't want this, this isn't our shit, we want Zack Snyder back, and they're just going to fucking critically make this a nightmare. I don't think there's a good solution to this at all. Like, I think people are, no matter what, people are going to be mad. But I hope we get good shit out of it, but like he's talking about getting a young Superman, and I'm like, that sounds terrible to me. I don't want that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard because Superman's a lot like Spider-Man. It's like, how do you tell a story that's been told by 4 different actors and, you know, over 50 years of storytelling?
But like, I don't want like teenage Superman going through like teenage angst in high school. Like, it's just
I don't feel like they'll do. I don't feel like we'll get teenage Superman. I feel like, I mean, this is talking from a guy who doesn't know anything about Superman, but I feel like we'll get just like younger, like, you know, maybe like first job Superman.
Yeah, like they're doing with Batman Year 2, basically. Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know. Like, I mean, to me, none of those movies are really good, other than the one that James Gunn did. So, and I guess Wonder Woman.
Like Man of Steel, but it's not a Superman movie.
Yeah, I guess
it is, but it's not.
Like, I mean, Man of Steel is fine.
I mean, he like murders people, and like that's totally not Superman. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out, but it's crazy because now it's like The Rock's not involved either, and like
you said that I think last week or the week before, The Rock wants basically all the power in the world and super control over everything he's doing, and I don't think that works. A, and then B, like, clearly nobody cared for Black Adam. It didn't make money. It didn't do bonkers numbers. Nobody was super excited about it. I still haven't even seen it. Like, I don't know. Do you really need a Black Adam 2? Do you really need The Rock to carry on this character? Like, I don't know any DC fans that are like, oh, fuck, Black Adam's my favorite hero. Like, no, they want Wonder Woman. They want Superman. They want Green Lantern. They want The Flash. They want Batman. Like, these are the one. Aquaman even is more, I think, loved than Black Adam. Like, so it's like I don't know. It's like a B tier character. Maybe
pretty much
if it had like you know the comedic chops of like something like Guardians of the Galaxy, it would work or something like. But I don't think that really fits the character. You know, like. So like I
would agree with that. He doesn't strike.
So like I don't know where you go with it, like to make it a good film. Like it would just, it's already been done, you know.
I just think they should be focusing on names that will bring in an audience.
I mean, if I was to like to guide them at all, like, yeah, you need to do a good Superman movie first, probably to start this off. But like, I've always wanted to see like a good version of like the Robin story and Nightwing and shit all involved with Batman, and they've never really gotten there. Every time they start getting there, it gets rebooted. Like, and Robin's kind of like meh as a character, but like I think Nightwing's fucking awesome. So it's like I would love to get to that point, but I would love to see different villains that we've already gotten. Like, we've gotten the same villains so many times. We've seen 3 versions of Joker or 4 versions of Joker. Like, it's time to do somebody else, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's like Magneto in X-Men. It's like, I know he plays an important part. He's literally one of my favorite characters, but it's just like, if we could just start with anybody but Magneto, when we start up on X-Men again.
I totally agree. I think step away from both. I don't think we need Xavier either.
I think you need Xavier. I think X-Men can't be
I don't want X-Men to start as Xavier building a school. I think it's way cooler if X-Men starts just like random heroes like in the world, and then eventually they build towards coming together as like a team. Like, I don't think you necessarily need to start with X-Men, you know, in Xavier's school.
I think in order to tell a story about Xavier's school, you have to introduce Xavier, and it may be more of like a First Class kind of vibe where it's like the end of the episode shows them getting to that point. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think that there's a chance that we'll get to. I'm sure we'll get mentions of Eric or Magneto to some degree, but I hope that we start with like Sinister awesome. Or like, I don't know. Sinister would be sick, man. You could do so much with Sinister. So
I feel like we're missing messages here.
But yeah, I don't know. Billy the Man said my friend told me Black Adam should have showed a nip.
And then turned into the Scorpion King.
And then, that would have been great.
No, I'll watch Black Adam eventually when it comes out, like free somewhere. But like, I'm not paying money for it.
Yeah. I wouldn't either.
Yeah,
can't say blame me on that one.
Billy the Man says the Marvels movie might be a good way to introduce a young Rogue. I totally agree. I think that's the perfect place to introduce Rogue. That'd be awesome.
I agree. Yep, 100%. That'd be dope. It'd be really cool to see. I'd love them to take the slow burn approach.
I agree, but I think we got to get there quick. Like I want to get to these mutants. I don't want to wait another 3 years for it. So,
yeah, you're waiting. Sorry. I think you'll start getting mentioned. Did you see that newest rumor about where Wolverine's adamantium is going to come from? So there's like a rumor going around right now that apparently the Celestial that's in the sea that at the end of Eternals that turned into rock or whatever. So apparently that becomes like an island, an inhabited island in the MCU. And the metal adamantium will come from it. So it's like a space metal. So it'll come from the celestial rock. And then apparently there's plans for it to eventually kind of like become Genosha, which is like Magneto's island or whatever, where all the exiled mutants lived under his rule. That
makes sense.
So that might be kind of cool.
I mean, that's the extent that I think Eternals needs to have on our universe. So, yeah.
I agree.
Another 3 years of Star-Lord and Ant-Man is going to cut it. Slow burn the X-Men and make it quick at the same time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think come Comic-Con time next June, you're going to see a revamped timeline of Phase 5 and Phase 6. Yeah. Like, I think they need to speed it up and they need to get to mutants. They know that what they're doing right now is not necessarily working. So,
yeah. Well, I hope that we start to see some more cohesiveness in the phases. And, you know, Ant-Man's a good place to start with that, with Ant-Man 3. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll be fine to see the Guardians go. But even after watching Holiday Special, I'm just like, man, I'm going to struggle with Guardians 3. Like, I know that shit's fucking sad.
I'm sure I'll be crying in the theater.
Like, because the thing is, like, I love those characters, right? I don't think they're the most effective. Like, it's not like I think Quill's like the most effective person in the MCU, but it's like at the same time, I love his I love how human he is for not being
Yeah,
human.
yeah.
I mean, he is human, but he was raised by non-humans, and it's just like, yeah.
Well, and it's
I like that
like kind of the end of the early phases of Marvel. Like it's really the last characters we have from phase 2 still kicking, other than maybe Spider-Man if we get another Spider-Man. But
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like I'm really excited for a Blade movie, but clearly that movie's like in fucking never coming out territory.
Yeah, it's in limbo. It sounds
and there's just not like other than Guardians. What are we excited for after Guardians? Like it's going to be like a long year and a half before there's another like huge movie coming out. Like,
well, what else comes out next year? We get Guardians, we get Ant-Man,
the Marvels,
then Guardians, then Marvel. Yeah, I'm not that excited for the Marvel, but again, that could change easily. Like just depending on.
If all of a sudden we find out Rogue's in it.
Billy the Band said. That's what I mean. If all of a sudden Rogue's the bad guy in it or something.
Yeah, that's July 28th, 2023. So.
Okay. What's up, Mutant Collector? How's it going, man? Merry Christmas. Merry
Boxing Day.
Christmas. Merry Boxing Day.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I think DC's biggest problem moving forward is just the fatigue of superhero movies. Like, I think by the time they get the DCU rolling, which is probably 2-3 years away from now, we might be at a damn.
Yeah, you can already feel the general public is
they may be rolling a boulder uphill right now. Like I just don't know if in 2025, 2026, if this is even going to matter how good James Gunn does, because people might just be like, "Fuck, give me anything else. I don't want something." Yeah,
anything but a superhero movie. Yeah, it's true. Well, it's like, I mean, we've had this conversation so many times, but it's like even us as like hardcore fans, we're like at the point where we're just like, yeah, right.
I think if there was still like other big tentpole movies coming out, I think it would be less of a fatigue thing, but because basically the only thing that's like seriously doing any business at the box office is basically superhero films, it kind of, I mean, next year is going to change that a little bit, but yeah, it's just, there's nothing like that came out this year that I was like, oh man, I need to see that in theaters. It looks great. Like other than Marvel movies,
Yeah.
It's like Top Gun, I didn't see in theaters. I have no whatever. I know it did bonkers numbers for what they expected, and even Avatar, like outside of the 3D, there's no reason to go to see it. Like it's fine. Yeah. But like, I mean, next year with like Dune.
Yeah, I'm still on the fence. About.
Like I said, like if you can go into it just looking for a visual experience, it's fun. But if you're going into it to watch a movie, you're going to be bored as shit because the movie's boring as shit. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Is like if you go into it like high or whatever, or just like really excited to watch a 3D thing, you'll be fine. But it's just way too long. It's way too long. And like now there's rumors of going around that he wants to make the next one even longer. And I'm like, no, stop.
Yeah, I heard that. Didn't he say his first cut of volume 3 or of episode 3, it was like 9 hours? Like, shut the fuck up.
And like he's getting them, apparently the visual effects artists are making all 9 hours of visual effects for the movie, and then he's deciding what to cut from it because he wants to see all the entire thing with visual effects done.
That's crazy. Well, I guess.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, right? Like we're already seeing the movie's not doing bonkers numbers. Like it's going to make $1 billion, but it's not going to do like Avatar 1 did. So like
it is going to
make it's at about I think 800 million worldwide. Domestically, it's not doing nearly as good, but like worldwide, it's doing very well. But
yeah, I heard it had a good open in China or something.
North America, it's doing like basic numbers. It's not doing anything that crazy. But like we may also look back on the MCU and DCU and all this shit in like 10 years and go, oh, that destroyed the box office. Like that destroyed movies. There is no cinemas anymore. Like.
Yeah.
It may be careful what you wish for type thing when the only things coming out in theaters is superhero films. Yeah.
Superhero movies. Yeah, true that. I mean, that'd be crazy. Imagine the theaters all.
I mean, we're losing theaters here left and right. So
hard to imagine, I guess.
Yeah,
we're not losing any here, but I mean,
well, I just think the higher the ticket prices go, and the more people are expecting to spend. Like, I for me, a single guy, it's fine. I can go spend $20 and be fine with it. But like, if you have 2 kids, 3 kids, you're bringing a wife, whatever, or a husband or whatever, like you're going to spend $100 and then buy popcorn, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it adds up pretty
so quick. I just think it's becoming less of a. It was easy when we were kids, and it was $4 tickets, and you could go see Home Alone or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I guess time will tell, but I think Marvel will start. They need to like really shake things up in a big way in order to kind of save that genre of movie, because like you said, by the time DCU gets rolling, it's going to be a few years out, and I think that there is a very strong chance that we will be fatigued by the time we get there. So if things stay on the path
I totally agree.
Currently staying on, like if it's just continuous to be uncompelling overall, I suppose. It's not like I don't enjoy it. I still enjoy some of it, but it's just when you don't have something to look forward to, like it's hard to stay committed. It's hard to be excited.
I mean, I'm more excited for Secret Invasion than I am Ant-Man. And
me too. But in a sense, that's a little bit of a sequel, because you're getting like, I mean, it's not a sequel, but it's like you're getting it's a Nick Fury story. It's a follow-up to a character that we know and have known since the beginning.
And I'm more excited for Secret Invasion than I am the Marvels, so I hope it's good, but...
Me too. Really, the thing I'm most excited for next year is Guardians, but I'm excited for Secret Invasion.
I guess it's only 6 episodes, which is kind of a bummer, but...
Yeah, it is. Did you see that now Charlie Cox is like backing off and saying, oh, it's not, Daredevil's not actually going to be rated mature?
Yeah, it's completely disappointing. Yeah, well, we both said that there's no way it's going to be as violent as the Netflix version. But, I mean, I still have hope that it's just not like over the top of violence, and it's still like somewhat violent or somewhat actionly. But like, I don't know, if it becomes a comedy, then I'm not interested.
Thing is like I really like Charlie Cox, so I'm pretty much on board with him being Daredevil, regardless of if it's dart beat your face in with a baton until your face caves in, or like funny backflipping version. But yeah, like I said when we originally talked about this back in the day, like there's no Daredevil to me that's better than Netflix Daredevil. Like I feel like that is like such a great representation of the character, and like I feel like there's no way Disney will ever give that to us.
But like,
so yeah, I do like certain things about like She-Hulk Daredevil. Like I love that. I like that he was like jumping off buildings and shit
with that stuff. Cool. But it's like we already have Spider-Man. We don't need a quippy Daredevil. We don't need a PG Daredevil. Like, we have Spider-Man. That's the PG Daredevil. Like, to me, we need a rated R character so that there's something totally different in the MCU. And not everything feels the same colorful fucking PG-13, like, same type of comedy, same type of, like, it's all too the same. To me, like, that's their opportunity to do something different. Like, obviously, Deadpool 3, I don't know how that movie works if it's not R. How does Blade work if it's not R? So maybe that's where they're pushing their chips in and going, okay, this is going to be our R-rated films. But the fact that like they're already backing off on potentially having Daredevil as like a mature show is like, well, fuck, Disneyfy everything,
It would be nice to get something a bit darker.
That's also like, I'm sure we've said this, but like where the DCU can step in and give us a mature comic book thing is like, all their movies should come out and be like, oh, these are all rated R. Like, these are the adult versions of the comic book heroes you like. Like, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. Was the Batman wasn't rated R. It was PG.
I don't know.
Was it mature audience? 17?
It was also probably different in Canada than it was in the States, and
right, yeah, true.
I'll look, but
yeah, you will.
I don't know. I
like it too.
Who knows what they're gonna do? Maybe I'll love the Daredevil show, but like to me, it's just taking away the grittiness and the violence of it is definitely going to be disappointing.
I agree. That's where I'm at too, dog.
My computer is chugging so slow here.
Way to go.
I think it's starting to get on its last legs, which is disappointing, but
that is disappointing.
I don't know. I don't see it anywhere.
Okay, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it was
rated R either, but
no.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna do a shorter episode this week because not a whole lot going on, and we've been both busy with Christmas shit. So we can end it pretty much here if you want. Because
sure, I'm good to end it here. So I'll try to get to Glass Onion this week.
Well, I can watch it. I might even just watch it tonight. I don't know, but I'm off tomorrow night too, so I can save it for tomorrow night. But there's not really anything else like massive to talk about right now. It's mostly like fairly quiet time for everything during the holidays. So yeah.
Everything's wrapping up, right? So getting ready for.
We won't really have like any real topics until Last of Us on January 15th. So I don't know.
Yep.
Glass Onion probably the best thing to come up with for the next week, and then after that, I don't know. We'll see what's going on in the news and go from there. All right.
Words.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming by the chat and talking and commenting and all that fun stuff. We appreciate you. If you're not already following us, follow at Customs by Matthew and follow Moose Milk Media on Instagram. Go over to our YouTube channels and subscribe there as well. What are you doing on Whip Wednesday?
Oh, Whip Wednesday's gonna be fun. I'm gonna just keep it super fucking light and breezy. I'm gonna have a guest come on. I'm gonna just keep it a surprise. But yeah, this week's episode's all about keeping it easy. I'm not even doing like a thumbnail, and I'm just like doing a placeholder. So like as light as I haven't really had a chance to talk to the chat for the last 2 weeks because I've been too busy navigating guests and content. So I'm excited to chat with everybody because the last few weeks have been good.
Well, everybody go over to his YouTube channel and subscribe there as well. Grab that, and you can grab the show on podcast services or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And we'll see you next week. Are we doing Monday next week? January 2nd?
Yes. Yeah, we're doing January 2nd. I could probably do January 1st, I think. Let's talk.
So it'll either be Sunday or Monday night next week. We're not sure, but it won't be New Year's Eve, obviously.
We'll let you guys know, but it won't be New Year's Eve.
All right. No. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week. Later, dude.
Ciao, folks. Peace out.
What's up?